In this session, we'll learn about the touch command in Linux. Touch is used to create an empty files in Linux. Touch file1. This will create a file by name file1, and this file will be of size 0 bytes. Give ls command to see the file. It was created. To see the size and all, give minus ls minus l. We can see the size is 0 and the modified time. And if we want to create multiple files, we have touch file1, file2, and you can give any number of files here. Give ls command to see the size and all the details, ls minus l. So it will show you all the files. And suppose if we want to change the access time of a file, we can use touch minus a. Let's say I want to change the access time of file1. Touch minus a file1. Give minus ls minus l. We don't see any difference because this is modification time. To see the access time, give the command stat file1. And here you can see the modification time, access time 11, 14, 57. Modification time was this 11, 14, 30 seconds. And if you also want to change the modification time, we may give touch minus m file1. Now give ls minus l. We can see the difference here 11, 15 as the modification time. Or you may also use stat command, stat file1. You can see here access time, modification time, everything changed. Also we may give this as a combination like touch, we can give this together also, minus am file1. So both will be changed, both the access time and the modification time. We can check stat file1. You can see that everything got changed to the current time. This will change to the current time. And this touch command with the options minus m minus a will create an empty file if the file is not there. Let's suppose there is no file file1. It will create a new file by this by the name, and it will change the time. Let's see here, we already have file1 and it has modified that particular file access and modification time. Let's say I'll try to change the access time of a file which does not exist. Let's say there is no file by file 4. Now ls minus l. You can see here a new file was created and stat file 4. And access time was put to the current time. So that's how it done. Suppose I don't want to create a new file. If there is a file, it should modify it. Otherwise, it should leave the process. It should not create a new file. In this case, if you don't want to create a new file, to make sure it doesn't create a new file, use the option minus c. Touch minus c. Let's say file 5. ls minus l. You don't see a new file created. It will just modify if there is any file exists by the name. And if we want to set the access or modification time not to the current time but to a particular time, let's take a file 1. Let's see the details of file 1. This is the access and modification time. This is the access time and this is the modification time of this file. Suppose instead of setting to a current time, I want to set to a particular time. In that case, you can use the command touch minus c. Minus c makes sure it doesn't create a new file. If a file exists by the name, it will modify it. Otherwise, not. So touch minus c. Minus t command will help you set to a particular time. And here the time should be given in a decimal format. First comes the first two numbers of the year and the last two numbers of the year, like complete year, and then month part, let's say 11th month, and date is 10th, and hours, let's say 9 hours, minutes 30 minutes, dot seconds, let's say 60 seconds, or let's say 59 seconds, and give the file name which I want to modify, file1. Now ls minus l. See here, we can see the file1 got 11th month. I gave 11th month, which is November, date is 10th November 2017. To see in detail, give stat ls minus stat the file name, which is file1. Here we can see it was set to 2017 November 10th 9:30:59 seconds. Access and modify time both set to a particular time, and yeah, earlier this was the time. So this is a change time, when we changed the time. This is the change time. So that's how we can set to a current time or else set to a particular time. Both the access and modification time of a file can be set to a particular time or to the current time. Both can be done. Suppose I want to create a new file. Let's say I want to create a new file if the file is not there. So then don't use -c command. -t year 2017, and then the month, let's say this time 10th month, and the date be 30th, and hours, let's say 08 hours, and minutes 25 minutes dot 56 seconds, and the file name is file6. So because we don't have -c option, if a file exists by name file6, it will set that particular file time to this time. Otherwise it will create a new file and set it to this particular time. Let's see, ls minus l. It has created a new file with the time we have given. To see this clearly, stat file6. You can see here access time was set to the time we have given, 2017 10:30, 8 hours 25 minutes 56, and we have changed this at this particular system time. So that's how this touch command works. And suppose I have two files, let's say file1 and file2. Let me check this, ls minus l. So file1 has got this time, whereas file2 has got some other modification and access time. If I want to copy the timestamp of file1 to file2, instead of changing it, suppose both want to have the same timestamp, we can do that by touch -r option. Touch -r file1 file2. So this command will copy the timestamp of file1 to file2. Now check this. Here you can see both have got the same time. Let's see modification time changed. Let's see the access time, stat file2. You can see that changed as well. So both access time and modification time can be copied using this option -r.